see Matt. No.
Last time on the Harry Hill Show.
Harry Hill Show!
Hello there, I'm Harry Hill, and this is my show.
It's the Harry Hill Show.
I've told you, Blanche, not to worry about your sell-by date. You're doing all the right things, you're keeping your lid on, you're staying in the fridge. You've got to enjoy your time here, otherwise, what's the point?
Mr. Harry, what if someone forgets to put me back in the fridge?
There you go again, catastrophizing about a future you have no control of. Now get back in the fridge and relax. I like Blanche the milk carton, but she's a bit of a worrier. Right.
There's a guest is here, Daddy.
Oh, okay, Gary. Do you want to take that in vision, Gary? What are you doing down there?
I bumped into Blanche, the milk carton, coming the other way. All right. The guest is here.
Oh, thank you, Gary. Well, let's welcome our guest. He's got a point dish, hasn't he? Ed Gamble. It's Ed Gamble.
Hello, Harry.
Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you.
Now, Ed, before we do anything, I'd just like to... I'm going to call it a bone to pick with, slightly a bone to pick with you.
Oh, fantastic. This is how I always like to start podcasts.
I'm going to ask you to cast your mind back to my culture fix
Okay.
in the Times of London. Do you remember that?
I can't...
You did? Yes, you did my culture fix in that, in the supplement there, the arts supplement.
I don't remember.
You did do it.
I did do it, okay.
You did do it. And do you remember when they asked you who you would invite to a dinner party? Do you remember one of the people that was on your list of people that you were going to invite?
Was it you? Did I say it?
It wasn't me, no, but it was someone close to me.
Was someone close to you? I can't imagine.
Yeah, well, let me help you out. It was my wife.
Oh, well, there you go. That's lovely.
Magda Archer, you said.
That's nice.
Yeah. Where do you get off inviting another man's wife? I mean, okay, in private, you bump into someone, but to do it in full view, make a cuckold of me.
Yes. That was not my plan, Harry, I'll be honest. I mean, and there was integral within my invitation is a +1.
Well, it didn't come across as that. And I had people pointing at me in the street. I could hear them pointing at me in the street and whispering.
You could hear them point?
The cuckold. They were pointing and they were whispering. There goes the cuckold.
Yeah.
What's your wife's name?
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah. Well,
She's a big fan of your wife's, actually.
Yeah, but yes, everyone is apparently.
Yeah.
James Acaster was coming on to her the other day. I don't understand this. What if you were to read in, I don't know, Horse and Hound or something, that I had invited Charlie for a hot tub? Yeah.
I think the hot tub definitely ups the level, doesn't it?
Huh?
The hot tub is a step further.
They're all associated with a sexual advance.
Dinner party?
What were you going to have at the dinner party?
Well, I don't know. What does your wife like to eat?
Oysters and sausages.
Well, that's what we shall have.
And other suggestive foods.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, of course. And actually, I understand that you're a fan of my wife's work, Magda Archer, of course. Yeah. We're looking to sell all that stuff. Then basically, I wouldn't have to do this. And she's bought you a little present.
Yes, well, that's very nice.
So
but she's still welcome to dinner.
It meant a lot to her to get that from you. Now, Ed, we had your friend Nish on.
Nish Kumar.
Yes. Although that may go out after this one if this picks up. And we did a thing, you've probably seen it, it's a big TikTok thing, the Andy Burnham, do you know that? Do you do that?
No, I've not seen it. I'm not on TikTok, to be fair, Harry.
No, I'm not on TikTok, but apparently it's a big thing. It's the Andy Burnham thing.
The Andy Burnham thing,
should we perhaps we'll do that?
Am I up?
Yeah, you come on up.
I'm up, okay.
And we'll do it together. I think we have to have the lights up for this. Hit it! A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, go. Clap your hands. Throw a chair. Peel a parsnip. Iron your trousers.
Shall I sing along with this bit?
Yeah.
Sieve the greens. Strangle the fox. Pipe the buttercream. Stub the toe.
Cancel your Netflix. Andy Burnham. Yeah, Andy Burnham.
It's fantastic. Thank you, Harry.
Yeah.
I feel more plugged into the youth now.
Well, it's a big thing on TikTok, apparently.
Yeah, huge. I can see why. Strangle the Fox was a great moment, I thought.
Yeah, but you're getting a lot of trouble for that if you actually quite difficult to strangle.
Are they?
Yeah.
You got to catch them first, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You got to catch them first.
Yeah. Do you have a big fox problem near you?
We do in the garden.
Yeah.
We've got a burrow, or whatever you call it, a den. I tell you what, we've got a glass, like a flat roof with a glass roof.
Yeah.
Not the whole roof, but it's sort of like a window.
Skylight.
Yeah. And the fox stands on there and looks down at us watching Married at First Sight.
That is a power move from that fox.
Yeah. And does other stuff as well. Very difficult to get rid of because the neighbours apparently are feeding it.
Yeah. And they're very loud when they become amorous, the foxes.
The neighbours or the foxes. Yeah. Come on, I jumped straight in there. Come on. So we have got this mascot.
Yes.
Licky.
Licky.
Come on out and say hello to Ed Gamble.
Licky, the Harry Hill Show mascot. Licky, previously had a job at Ascot. Licky.
Had a job at Ascot.
Yeah. Hi, Licky.
All right.
Wow, thank you, Licky.
Sorry about this, Ed.
Is it affectionate, Harry?
It's well-meaning. I just taste that with her.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Licky. I don't know if you've seen these, the Swiss Army taser. It's just a stick with a 9-volt battery on, but they're
Do you use that for other things, or is it mainly for Licky's tongue?
Slugs, good on.
Yeah.
Slugs, anything sensitive like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Licky was quite dry, I thought, in terms of tongues I've been licked by. That was quite a dry tongue.
There you go again, trying to attract my wife. Trying to lure her to your horrible, torrid fantasy. So sorry about that, Ed. So would you, can I tempt you to a chocolate by way of apology?
Yeah, let me have a look.
Yeah, have yourself.
Has it got the flavours on there? Has
Yeah.
it?
Just fairly regular flavours.
Fairly regular. Oh, there's only one. There's only one in here.
Not for you.
It's a conker, Harry.
CMAT had all the nice ones. We had CMAT on. She loves those chocolates. Come on, because I've got another show. Might not have another show. Okay, so we're going to learn a little bit about you, Ed. How do you feel about AI?
I don't really know what it is, but I can't stop it. So let's just let it roll.
No, I don't think anyone can stop it. How would we even stop that? I've enhanced AI to serve me for good. There's so much negative stuff about AI. And in fact, I've got Sarah, the AI bot, who's going to tell us a little bit about you, Ed. Come on out, Sarah. Are you there? Russ makes quite a rustling sound when she walks, Sarah.
Doesn't Sarah walk a lot like Licky?
There is a similarity. Yes. Very similar shoes. I think they're like a standard issue. I think we got a job lot of those shoes from Dulcis on the dark web. Still open on the dark web. And so Sarah, say hello to Ed Gamble.
Hi Ed Gamble, 'tis I, Sarah the AI bot. Big fan of your show where you talk about menus.
Yeah.
Menus are historic documents, and until you came along they was forgotten about. You very much put menus on the map. What you doing here though? Thought you'd have bigger fish to fry, bro.
All right, calm down. So, no, we are big fans of that pod scarf. Yeah,
Thank you very
great.
much.
Yeah, where you talk about menus.
Yes, we talk about menus.
And my wife in particular is a fan of that show.
Yes. She should come over for dinner. I think this is perfect, Harry.
She can never remember the name of it. Do you get that?
We get off the menu quite a lot.
Off the menu? What is it then?
It's off menu. It's not off the menu.
Oh, off the menu, right.
Yeah.
She called it, she once called it a la carte.
Yeah.
and which is the opposite of off the menu.
Yeah.
And then once she called it Soup of the Day.
Which is a better name for the
Yeah,
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah. A more specific.
Or the
soup.
special. What, Sarah, have you got something to tell us about Ed?
Here goes. Edward Stevenson Gamble is an English comedian and television presenter. He is best known for co-presenting the Off Menu podcast with James Acaster, as well
Best
as his
known, is that your
appearances
point?
on
Best known,
Mock It,
probably,
8-Bit and
yeah,
Task
probably.
Mummy. Early life and family. Gamble was brought up in Wandsworth and Rains Park, southwest London.
Yeah.
His mother, a nurse and health visitor for the NHS, and father, a solicitor, separated when he was 4. He was raised mainly by his mother.
Oh,
He
that's-
has a younger half-sister and a younger half-brother on his father's side. Sounds
Right.
complicated, but just take a moment to think it through. Basically, his dad married and had 2 kids.
Oh, I
At
see.
school, he used humor as a defense mechanism. Good idea. Gamble has only got 7 fingers. See photo.
See photo. And the photo she's referring to is this one. I've got to agree with her, Ed. You do appear to only have 7 fingers on that.
I really hate that.
Just hold your fingers up. Just hold your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Can you see that? Count. It's just 7 there. Can you explain?
Yeah, I mean, I can't deny it. There's 7 fingers there.
Yeah.
Even though my T-shirt has 2 fingers on it, so that bumps up the amount.
Did you? Were they added at a late? Did they late to arrive? Those 2 extra. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they took a while to grow in. Yeah.
Okay, so you've fairly solid middle class background.
Apparently so.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Join the club. Yeah. We're told to be ashamed of that, aren't we? Supposed
Yeah.
to keep it quiet.
And we're also told to keep our arms down.
Are we? In Rains Park, just down the road from here.
Yeah, pretty close to here.
Yeah. What was Rains Park like down? What was when were we talking about? The 80s, is it?
Well, I was born in the 80s, but I did first 4 years in Wandsworth of my life, and then sort of moved
Wandsworth
around.
prison.
Wandsworth prison. Yeah, straight out the womb, straight into jail.
Yeah.
And
That
then
does. You laugh about that, but it does happen.
it does happen.
Yeah.
Does it?
Should we hear back from Sarah to see if she's got any further information?
Then what happened was, he attended Durham University, where he studied philosophy and met Nish Kumar, and everything was alright. Before working full-time as a comedian, Gamble worked jobs that included short stints of data entry and working at the Rains Park Tavern, since refurbished, a pub that was surprisingly dangerous for the area. And one night I arrived for work and literally had to step over a pool of blood outside the door.
Now tell me about that.
Yeah, that's true. AI went into first person there. I don't know. Is that normal for AI?
I think she was quoting.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I stepped over a big pool of blood to get into work.
So tell me about them. So what was the?
There were 2 regulars there who quite often fought with each other, and then I think one regular said something about the other regular's wife, and then
You see how sensitive we are. See how sensitive we are.
and they both looked a bit like you, Harry. I'd say.
Right.
They both had a Harry Hill vibe to them, a bit
Okay.
more aggressive.
Yeah.
And then the other regular wasn't there, but it got called and came down, and there was a big fight, and then a head got cracked on the sidewalk. I think.
God, yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really picture Rains. I mean, you would drive through Rains Park on the way to Kingston.
Yes, you would. Yeah, you would do that, depending where you're coming from.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
If you were coming from, for instance, Farnham,
Yeah.
there would be no reason to drive through Rains Park. And it seemed like a fairly nondescript kind of area.
It's near Wimbledon. That's the only thing you can say about Rains Park. Estate agents call it West Wimbledon to put the house prices up, but
Right.
it's just Rains Park, and it has not changed one bit since I left. It's not been gentrified, but it never needed gentrifying. It's just a couple of cafes, big pub, and a post office.
Right. It's all pretty much all you need.
Yeah.
These days.
Yeah.
And in many ways, lucky to have those things. No, but I mean, a lot of pubs. No, please. A lot of, let me speak. A lot of the pubs and post offices are closing down. You know, it's not what they promised us when we all voted for Brexit. Is it?
I remember the buses.
Yeah.
We'll open more post offices and more pubs, they said on the
there'll
side
be
of the
more
bus.
pubs.
Yeah.
There'll be pubs with post offices combined.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to take your parcel in,
Yeah.
have it assessed, and then have a drink.
And you can post a pint to a friend, they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'll be a policeman standing outside to make sure there are no fights.
Yeah.
So, You met this character, Nish Kumar.
Nish Kumar,
Yeah.
who's been on the show or is yet to appear on the show.
He has. I've had Nish. I've had Nish on other shows, and he's
Yes.
he's excellent value, and I'm a big fan of Nish's. What was he like when you first met him?
I'd say exactly the same, like
really?
just a squawking moron. He's a lovely man, Nish. We were in a sketch group together,
Yeah.
and we spent a lot of time together, basically refusing to do our degrees and just writing sketches together, and then just drinking quite a lot. We called ourselves the One More Brothers.
Right.
Because everyone
One
else
more
would go
drink.
home and we would always have one more, and we were the One More Brothers. As you can imagine, we kissed a lot of girls.
Yeah, I bet. I
Yeah.
bet. The what's that like? He couldn't remember any of the sketches that you. Do you remember any of those sketches?
He could definitely remember some of the sketches. He was probably just too embarrassed.
All right.
There was one where he was a self-defense instructor, and it's way funnier than I've made it sound there. It was really good stuff, Harry. I can't remember any of the details.
And did you take the review up to Edinburgh or do anything like that?
We did a couple of years at the Edinburgh Fringe to great acclaim from my mother.
And was this a time when you perhaps decided you want to be what we would term loosely a comedian? No, if you wanted to be a comedian, was it you? Because for me,
Yeah.
if I may turn this round to me,
Please.
is that I took a medical school show up to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And I went to a lot. I went saw Stuart Lee and Steve Coogan and all those old guys. And actually, that's what made me think. Partly what made me think, oh, this would be great.
Yeah, I think being at the Fringe and seeing all those shows and feeling the atmosphere there, it's quite exciting, isn't it, the first time you go?
Thrilling.
Yeah, because you don't see any of the underlying sadness.
The money, the losses.
Yeah.
The overheads.
Yeah, exactly. When you're doing student sketch shows, you're just there for fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter if no one's really coming to the show. You're still having a good time. Then you take your own show up there and realise that everyone you saw do shows in the previous years was severely depressed.
Okay, Sarah, have you got anything further to add?
Career. His stand-up contains much observational comedy, often aimed at himself, including discussion of his type 1 diabetes. In 2020, Gamble narrated adverts for second-hand car website Kazoo. Citation needed. In May 2022, Gamble was announced as one of 6 rotating co-hosts. Gamble appeared with Acaster on the 5th series of Celebrity Hunted.
that was
Gamble
good.
escaped after
That was
Acaster
great.
goaded the hunters to the Taskmaster house and squirted them with a water gun. Gamble met with his wife and hid in a brewery and a climbing center. Gamble done a book titled Glutton: The Multi-Course Life of a Very Greedy Boy. Gamble does the traitors uncloaked. That's it. You're up to date with Ed Gambaccini. Porcini mushrooms on toast with a sprig o' dill. Yum yum.
Yeah. That's for you.
Thank you, Sarah.
That's for you. That Twix is for you.
Thank you. I'll get my Twix.
So there's a lot there. I mean, this diabetes. I know you've talked a lot about the diabetes.
I have.
Yeah. Do you want to? I don't know. Do you want to talk about that?
What would you like to
You're
know,
kind of
Harry?
the poster boy for. It seems to me for.
Yeah, that's not how I saw my career going, being the poster boy for type 1
It's
diabetes.
nice to have a
but
second string, though, something to fall back on.
It is, and I feel like I don't really have an angle otherwise. Like I'm just me, right? So it's nice to have a way to come into things like I'm the diabetic viewpoint.
Yeah, I wish I had something. I wish I had. I don't know. I won't say that. But that, I mean, joking apart, that is a big thing to have to cope with, right?
Yeah, it's like having another full-time job, really, because you've got to manage your blood glucose levels all the time, and it can be affected by anything. But you know what? I've made some money out of it. So
Have you? Yeah.
yeah, probably.
So I suppose you can't do adverts for insulin or like.
No, they don't tend to have adverts for insulin because we have the NHS, which is quite good, really. Maybe I could go over to the States and be the face of insulin. Only $300 a vial.
There'd be different like brands of. It's not like drink, though, is it? It's not like drinks. A lot of people probably don't know what diabetes is,
Yes.
but I don't think this is the place to.
If we get Sarah back, I'm sure Sarah can help us.
But as I said, I used to run a diabetic clinic when my previous job as
Yes.
the host of TV Burp. During the day, I used to run a diabetes clinic, and it's all moved on, isn't it? It's all in those days. It was you had to prick your finger every 5 minutes, and
Now I've just got a little thing in my arm, and my phone tells me what my blood glucose levels are, which is pretty cool.
is that the same thing as that some of my wife's friends have got, which is a thing which tells them what what they shouldn't eat, and isn't that the same thing?
Well, I'm quite angry about those things because that's things you don't
What's it
need.
called? Those?
Zoe patch.
The Zoe patch, yeah.
You don't need those if you have a working pancreas, and I think it's cultural appropriation.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's because you're like it's different. It's sort of like a different species.
I'm a different species. Yeah. I'm an advanced human, sort of X-Man. I want to say, and
Where man and machine
yes,
meld.
yeah.
But the Zoe patch, that is something to do with. I know one of her friends won't eat more than 4 Brazil nuts.
I feel like that won't make a difference. But you hear people on Zoe patches say things like, and would you believe it? I ate a whole pint of grapes and my blood glucose level went up. It's like, you need to go back to basics on everything. You don't need a Zoe patch. You need a book.
It's people with too much time and money probably
Yes.
on their hands. Yeah. What do they call it? There's something, the sick well, or there's something, the worried well.
The worried well.
Is that what they call it?
Well, I don't know, but it makes sense. I know what you're saying with that phrase.
Yeah. Well, that might be a good name for a children's book. The Worried Well, about a well that was a bit like Blanche the milk carton.
I'd read that.
You did a voiceover for the car website Kazoo.
Yes.
I'm all for that.
Yeah?
Adverts, voiceovers. No shame in it.
No, I didn't feel any shame,
No.
actually. No. But, for a while, it was the thing I was most known for. Would you like to hear me do it now?
I would love it. I would love to.
Kazoo, yeah, you can.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
Kazoo, yeah, you can. Now bankrupt.
And then I've got to talk about this Hunted. That was fantastic.
That was so fun. Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, was it fun?
It was
do?
fun. It got a bit tiring after a few days, I think, because they really do make you find out where you're going to sleep, and you are on the run. And I think the production got a bit annoyed with us because we probably weren't taking it as seriously as they wanted us to take it.
Well, as a viewer, it was really entertaining.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing we did was went to a Michelin-starred restaurant in Shrewsbury.
I remember, yeah.
You escaped from Shrewsbury prison. We went straight to a restaurant, and then we got a lift to Birmingham. James threw his shoes out the window, and then he had to walk through Birmingham town centre in his bare feet. And then
Why did he do that? Because they were traceable. Was he worried they were going to trace?
It was sort of, they were traceable, and he wanted to. Yeah, he didn't want to get picked up on CCTV.
It's a very James A. Caster thing to do.
Yeah, he's cutting his nose off to spite his face. And then we bought a wig. We went and bought a wig, and then we slept in the Birmingham Glee Club. It was a fantastic day.
I talked to Tim Vine and I were going to talking about doing it.
I would love that.
But then I thought, actually, what's the reality of it? Are you actually sleeping in a ditch or?
Well, you can set up places to stay along the way. We did none of the pre-prep that we were asked to do.
Oh, they asked you to do pre-prep?
Yeah, like to find contacts, and then, but the problem is then the hunters could find those
Trace you.
contacts. Yeah, they can trace you. So we were like, we're going to go jazz, and our plan was no plan, because who would expect us to have no plan? And we went to Bristol. We got James tattooed me in Bristol. We just had a wild 7 days, and then we went to the Taskmaster house and lured them there.
Yeah. And what about food and sort of? I was worried about the toilet. Would that? Where would you go to the toilet?
Well, when you're out and about,
Perhaps we should talk about this afterwards.
but when you're out and about, Harry, so you're not on the run, but you're just walking around. You're in London or whatever. Where do you go to the toilet then?
My club.
But of course, you couldn't go to your club when you're on the run, because that's the first place they're going to look.
I'm a member of the Stork Club. You know
Yeah.
the Stork Club in Mayfair. Well, this is excellent. And you have this. How did the book do? Glutton.
I think they were happy.
The multi-course life of a very greedy boy. What's this greedy boy thing?
I'm a greedy boy.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Go on.
I've made, aside from diabetes, I've made food my thing as well. So, I was a bigger boy when I was little.
You were sort of a bit tubby.
Bit tubby boy. Lovely.
Were we
tubby
still
boy.
allowed to say tubby?
I don't know. Well, I guess the best way to put it is I had curves that kill, and I left lots of victims. And then I lost a bit of weight, and then I'm obsessed with food now. So this book was just me talking about my love of food, and it's. Excuse me.
It's the producer's glasses have fallen off. But you're right. I think, how old are you now, Ed? Do you mind me asking?
39 years old.
39. You're not quite old enough. But what I find as I get older is food is the thing you think about.
Yes.
You know, all other pleasures have fallen by the wayside. And the first thing, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think is, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
I know I have that after lunch. So if I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about breakfast. While I'm eating breakfast, I'm thinking about lunch. When I'm eating lunch, I'm thinking about dinner. But you go straight to dinner.
I do, yeah. Well, because breakfast and lunch, you can't really, at my age, indulge on those things, except when you're on tour. Just one last thing. I did see these photographs of you on Instagram, wrestling Phil Wang.
Yes. We did a show called Clash of the Comics at the Hammersmith Apollo.
That looked fantastic.
It was so fun. It's the first time they've ever done comedian versus comedian, for good reason, because I think normally they have a professional wrestler involved to make the comedian look good.
There were some injuries, I understand.
There were, but not in our match. There were two injuries in the matches before us, and people kept coming in and saying, this person's injured. And it was like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really scary, because we were scared anyway.
Yeah.
And the two girls that were injured are like athletic, really in shape. They trained really hard, and then me and Phil are in a wine club together. So we're sort of looking at each other in our lycra going, this is not going to go well for us.
Yeah, but those photos, look, you should seek out those photos, because there's like one where Phil seems to be flying through the air.
Yeah, we did a lot of big moves. He suplexed me from the top rope. He did a superplex.
So did you have to learn these?
Yeah, we did. We had to choreograph it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you never really do it in the ring properly until the night, and then the impact is quite hard the first time.
It's quite hard. It's not like a sort of memory foam surface.
It's not soft. It's like there's our wooden boards under there, but they're sprung, so you hit them and it makes a massive noise. But it's a big old thunk.
Harry Hill Show!
Feeling peckish? Fancy a snack? Well, just 200 yards from this Podscarf, you'll find the Stuffing Quack Hotel and Restaurant, the finest dining out spot in the area. Sample a wide range of food from all around the world. Chinese, Thai, sausages, burgers, kebabs, pies, trifle, eggs, dough balls, Maxiban, Calipo shots, sherry on draft. Also unlock your phone. Trained locksmith and shoe repairer on site. Experience a warm welcome when you step into the Stuffing Quack Hotel and Restaurants, 14 Scurf Street. What 3 words? Sild, Scurf, Scab. Carry-outs available, cash only. Phone 0485 67256 and ask for Karen. It's time for our theme of the week. Orangutans. Orangutans. I've always said orangutans, but there's no G. And we're joined by Helen Buckland of the Sumatran Orangutan Society, working at the cutting edge of orangutan conservation. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you very much.
Do you know Ed Gamble?
I do now.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, Ed.
Oh, you didn't know him before? Never heard of him?
I don't get out much.
Oh, okay. So, do you know much about orangutan? Is it tans? Orangutans?
Orangutans, yes.
Tans.
Yes, yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Hi.
I'm an orangutan for sure. When I was growing up, they were my favourite animal. I had two cuddly orangutans called Bobby and Softy. I don't know if you know those guys. But Softy, unfortunately, he still lives in my mum's attic. But I don't know if this is something that affects the orangutan community as a whole. But you know Stretch Armstrong?
I'm not very familiar.
Yeah. Stretch Armstrong burst, and it's full of glue. And some of it got in Softy's hair, so we had to shave his head.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I often wondered what was inside Stretch Armstrong. I always wanted to know, but they were quite expensive and you wouldn't burst one deliberately.
Yeah, I stepped on it.
Really?
Yeah.
You were tubby, weren't you? Not many people heavy enough to burst an Armstrong. Anyway, we're trying to talk about orangutans with Helen.
Sorry. I just wanted to get all my knowledge out there.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because, you know, it's completely random, the theme. I didn't know that you had this interest in orangutans, so that's a perfect bit of chemistry.
We do have an orangutan, an animated orangutan called Armstrong, so...
There you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
It was a lovely little animation that we did. It was voiced by Bill Bailey as a fundraising campaign that we did a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
It's a good name for an orangutan.
So, but I'm going to start with just some basic questions, Helen, because you know we know roughly what the demographic is on the people listening. What is an orangutan? I always like to start with a very basic question, just broadly.
Orangutan is a species of great ape, a primate. They
Right.
are large arboreal tree-dwelling mammals that live on 2 islands in Indonesia.
Oh, they only live. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They only
just
live
on
on
Sumatra and Borneo.
Right. Okay. So you wouldn't get them in, for instance, Africa. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go through all the different countries. Just those 2 islands. I didn't know. So they live in trees. They ever come down?
Not in Sumatra, because in Sumatra they share their habitat with tigers, so they're quite clever and they stay up in the trees, whereas in Borneo there aren't any tigers anymore, and you occasionally get the Bornean orangutan will come down to the ground.
Oh, okay. But they wouldn't normally choose to come down.
No, not usually. You sometimes see them on the ground if they're orangutans that used to be pets and have been released back to the wild, then they don't behave in the same way as wild orangutans and they may come down.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah.
Do they make good pets?
No. Strong anti-recommend.
Yeah. Why don't they make?
Because they would take your arms off.
Oh, they're quite
very, very
aggressive.
strong.
Yeah.
But,
But they're not. Are they? Would you say aggressive or?
They would be, yeah. If in the wild, if you get between a mother orangutan and her baby, then
Well, I wouldn't
you'd
do
be-
that. I mean,
No.
that's pretty basic. I wouldn't do that. No, but I might approach a juvenile male with a banana.
Click that up.
I might approach a juvenile male with a banana or something. That actually brings us on to my next question. What do they eat, the orangutans?
Well, they will eat a banana if offered, but they eat hundreds of different species of plants. They'll eat a bit of bark, leaves,
Yeah.
ants, that sort of thing.
Well, I guess if you're in a tree, that's what's available.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So would they have one tree that they live in, or would they have like? Are they territorial or?
They've got really large home ranges, and females and males will have overlapping but different home ranges. They don't live in families like the other great apes, like chimps and gorillas. They're quite solitary. So they sort of travel around the forest and they make a new nest in the trees every night.
Okay, so the nest, when you say they would sort of twigs and feathers and that, would it be?
I don't know about feathers. They sort of bend and break branches, and they've been seen to put roofs over their nests if it's raining. Like nice big leaves.
Fantastic.
And they put leaves that have anti-mosquito properties around as well to keep the bugs away.
Yeah, so they're smart. Do we know? Yeah, go on. Did you have a question?
No, I was saying that's very clever. I was agreeing that they're clever guys.
Do we have a rough idea of their intelligence? You know, on a level of, I don't know, if you've got something like a mouse,
Higher.
then you've got right up the top. You've got what's the most cleverest thing? Horse. What? Why's that funny? Why's that funny? I don't know. A dog then. Where would?
Are we discounting humans?
No, not humans, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we can include it. We can open it up.
Yeah.
So humans, where roughly would they be?
Probably nearer the human end than the
Okay.
dog or mouse end. They can communicate using sign language if they've been taught
Do
by
they?
humans. They can do, yeah.
Right. Well, it's their own sign language or stuff we've taught them?
Stuff we've taught them.
Okay,
so far.
So I'm interested to hear that they live on their own. So when a mummy orangutan has a baby, well, it's just like, off you go? No.
Well, they actually have the longest kind of mother-infant association, I suppose, in
Right.
the animal kingdom.
I don't know. I
babies,
lived at home for a long time.
Yeah.
other than humans, I will specify.
Yeah. I've got a 28-year-old was at home
Yeah.
until recently.
Very orangutan coded. Yeah.
The babies will stay with the mums for 7 or 8 years, which is way longer than any other,
Oh, so when you say they're solitary,
unless it's a mother with a youngster.
okay, and so that's sweet, isn't it? What size is an orangutan? I mean, they're quite. I mean, I'm just thinking whenever I think of an orangutan, I'm thinking of Clint Eastwood in that lorry with that orangutan. Do you know that film?
Yeah.
Every Which Way But Loose.
Was it Clyde?
Clyde.
Yes, Clyde.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was his real name. That was the character he was
Yeah.
playing.
Clyde doesn't strike me as a Bornean name.
Well, so they're big things, right?
They can be.
Yeah.
The males are huge.
Yeah. But how big?
Well, their arm span can be about 2 meters.
Right.
Wow.
It's about 2.
Bit more than that.
And they have that big sort of, I'm going to say, sort of dish-like face.
Yeah,
Is there a
again-
reason for that? Was that so they can catch biscuits? Not biscuits. Not biscuits, obviously, but like nuts, Brazil nuts or something.
I don't think it's that. No,
Be
is it?
careful with Brazil nuts. Though.
You can only have 4.
Yeah.
It's only the alpha males in an area that will have the big flanges that they call those cheek pads.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the female looks different to
Yes,
that.
the females don't have those, and kind of lesser males or adolescent males don't have them. And then once they fight for the top spot in an area of forest, then they'll start developing
Right.
those.
Okay. And what would you be looking for if you were a male? As far as sort of, you say the top spot, what would be the features that you were looking for in the top spot? You thinking like a big tree? Not the biggest tree, the juiciest
Sure.
tree.
Your pick of the females, I think, is how it goes. Yeah,
Now, to be serious for a moment, Helen, they are under threat, aren't they?
they are. They are critically endangered. Yeah.
Are critically endangered. So how many orangutans have we got left now?
So there's around 14,000 Sumatran orangutans.
14,000.
Yeah.
And how many were there before you started trying to save them? Just trying to get a gauge of how effective the charity is.
Well, that's a difficult question to answer because they keep finding new populations of orangutans in areas of forest that they didn't know
Bit
they
fishy.
used to live in. So actually the population compared to what
Right.
the number was thought to be about 20 years ago is higher, but if you had checked those bits of forest 20 years ago,
Oh, okay.
it would have been.
So someone wasn't doing their job. The enemy of the orangutan is development, is it? They take the deforestation.
Yes, yeah,
And the
essentially.
tiger, I guess.
Also that, but orangutans are quite wise to the tigers and they stay out.
We're not suggesting that we cull the tigers.
No.
What's the life cycle of the orangutan? How old do they live
Well,
till?
they live to about 45 in the wild or older in captivity.
So they live, you live longer if you're in a cage worth,
Sometimes.
huh?
Something to think
Yeah.
about.
Because you get the vets, you've got that private health
Yeah,
care.
presumably, and unlimited food, and you don't get other males trying to come in and take
Throttle
your
you.
territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these fights, would an orangutan kill another orangutan?
I don't think that's been recorded, but you have seen orangutans injuring each other, and they find medicinal plants and sort of chew them up and put sort of a poultice on their wounds.
Oh,
There's
really?
a film on Netflix that you can see
That's
that.
fantastic. Okay, well, look, Helen, it's been wonderful talking to you. Is there a website or a book or something we should be?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love people to go and have a look on our website. It's orangutans-sos.org, or follow us on social media. We've got a really interesting series of posts on Saturdays called Science Saturday. It's lots of interesting facts about orangutans and forests and why they're worth protecting.
Is there a like sometimes they have a webcam where in a tree where you can observe a orangutan in its nest?
We haven't got a live one, but we do have camera traps up all over the forest. Got some great footage in just earlier today, actually. So we'll be
great.
getting that up onto our socials next week. So it's always worth following, and you can see the latest.
Lovely. Well, Helen, thanks so much. So that was our theme of the week.
It's the Harry Hill Show.
It's time to play Name the Seed. What do you like on gardening and horticulture, Ed?
I don't think I'm particularly good on gardening.
Do you have a garden?
Have a garden, I'd say very, very overgrown.
Oh.
It's mainly sort of a jungle with a barbecue in the middle of it, I'd say.
Right. Okay. Well, look, I have a Ziploc bag sealed Ziploc bag containing, which was also once housed a kids' Mexican poncho, housing a box of seeds. Can you see how many? Just verify how many seeds.
8,000, over 8,000
Over
seeds.
8,000
Yeah.
seeds. And in here is individual sachets containing various seeds. I'm going to select one at random. That one. Yeah, why not? And I'm going to load it onto the seed display unit. And you're going to
Yes.
attempt to name the seed.
Fantastic.
For anyone watching at home who doesn't want to know what the seed is, look away now. let's just select that seed.
So these are planting seeds rather than like edible seeds. I think I'd be good at guessing.
Might be edible.
Okay.
If you're fishing for clues.
Just so you know, I know this is a bit of fun, but I'm very competitive, so I'm going to be gutted if I don't get this right.
It's fine. I prefer that you took you seriously.
Yeah.
I'm going to place the seed on the seed display unit, and you are going now. The seed will rise to eye level. You're going to look at the seed, and you're going to attempt to name it. Or if you're not happy with that seed, you can at any point change the seed, but only once.
Okay.
Okay, and points will be deducted.
Name the seed, 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 name the seed.
So it's what are you seeing, Ed?
May I approach?
Please.
Yeah.
Name the seed, name the seed.
I'm seeing a round seed.
Yes.
Very round, sort of maybe a quarter of a ball bearing size. I'd say shape-wise, it reminds me of a poppy seed, slightly bigger.
Okay.
But it's not.
Are you saying poppy seed?
No, I'm not, because it's certainly not the hue of a poppy seed. It's brown.
It's like a sort of light, dark brown.
Like mahogany, maybe mahogany,
Yes.
mahogany dashboard.
Are you happy to name the seed, or would you prefer to change the seed? Change the seed.
See, mustard seeds are yellow, aren't they? So maybe mustard seed is a bit of a.
Are you saying
wild
mustard?
guess. No, I'm not saying mustard seed. I'm going to change the seed.
He's going to change the seed. For anyone watching at home who doesn't want to know the seed, look away now. Oh dear. I'm going to pop that on there and name the seed.
It's bigger, isn't it?
It is bigger.
Oh, I think
You might have.
I might have fluffed it here. It looks like a little bit of ginger. It's sort of hairy. Oh, I'm going to
Sort of crinkled.
It's got a crinkled, but it's not a crinkled cut crisp seed, is it? Was
Are
that a
you
clue?
saying
Am I saying it's potato?
when it reaches?
Potato?
You've got until that reaches
Until it-
the.
Am I just going to say potato? It looks horrible. It looks hairy. Potato.
Okay. They don't even grow from seeds, so they potato.
I panicked.
They just grow from potato. It's not. It's not the potato, I'm afraid, Ed. I'm so sorry. If you,
Take it away with me.
You take it away with it. You plant it, and then when it comes up, you'll find out what the seed. It's just to try and get people to connect more with the land.
Yeah, I understand.
Because, in our modern lives, we're just completely divorced from the
you-
land.
Do you garden, Harry?
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm sorry. I've got a leaf blower. I've got a leaf blower and one of those patio, pick up the dog muck.
Yeah.
Is that gardening?
Yeah, picking up dog muck.
Yeah. That was Name the Seed.
Name the
Gary's Joke Corner.
It's Gary's Joke Corner. Now, as you know, I'm retiring in 2030. That is my intention. And I'm handing the business over to my son Gary to take over.
That's the idea, anyway.
Don't make that noise, Gary. It limits your appeal. So, Ed, he needs jokes.
Yes.
Do you perhaps have a joke that you'd like to, like perhaps an old joke that you used to tell as a child, or was it one of your favourite jokes? That's not too rude. We should have perhaps given you some warning on this, because he needs jokes for his.
Do you want my favourite joke growing up? It's quite a long one. Are you ready?
Great, love a long joke. Shaggy dog.
Yeah. Although it's the format of English, Irishman, Scotsman. Right?
That's
I think
okay.
That's
That's fine.
frowned
We're
upon
fine with
now,
that.
isn't it? Is that all right?
Yeah, we're fine with that.
How about I switch it so the Englishman is the stupid one?
So it's two nice people we like, and one we don't like.
Well, two cleverer people and then one idiot
Okay.
at the end.
So Princess Anne, Prince Edward, and Prince Andrew.
Okay.
That should sort it.
So they all die and they go to heaven.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And there's a magic slide. And God says to them, there's a magic slide there. You slide down it, and whatever you shout on the way down, you land in a pool of it at the end.
Right.
And Princess Anne shouts, champagne, when she's going down, lands in a big pool of champagne. She's happy about that. Prince Edward, he goes, money, and he lands in a big pool of money. And Prince Andrew gets on, and he goes down the slide, he goes, wee!
Yeah, great.
It's not bad. There was a few changes there.
I like that one. I've got a joke, Daddy. I've got a joke, Daddy. Have you, Gary? Yes. Here, Daddy. I had a box of Celebrations. You know, the miniature versions of your favourite chocolate bars.
Yes, I do, Gary.
Well, I did a joke at the club and it went okay. In fact, a few people clapped.
Small ripple?
No, crunchy. I think
you're thinking of Heroes, Gary, because Celebrations only have Snickers, Mars, Twix, Bounty, Galaxy Caramel, Maltesers, Teaser, Milky Way.
Oh, what do Celebrations have then?
Well, they have Dairy Milk Caramel, Fudge, Whisper, Twirl, and Eclairs, along with other chocolates like Crunchy Bits, Stinky Decker, and Cream Egg Twisted.
Must have been a mix-up.
That's the sound that tells me it's the end of the Podscarf. So all that remains is to thank our expert, Helen Buckland, from the Sumatran Orangutan Society, and of course our special guest, Ed Gamble. Butterfly in blue jeans, hamster in a chiffon top,
Puppy in a poncho, fluffy duckling with a bob.
butterfly in blue jeans. These are the things of our dreams. These are the things. Good night, everyone. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Of our dreams.
Harry Hill Show! Help me!
It's the Harry Hill Show. Harry Hill Show. It's the